Hello folks, welcome back to the Snapon Joseph Hall truck. We'll call it until I find a better name, as I've said in the past. I'm back, folks. So we're gonna do a little housekeeping first of all. Obviously a little bit of a different truck, a little bit of a different display. We're gonna walk through everything once again, and obviously if you guys have any questions, leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But for now, let's get into some of the promotions we got going. All right, and this is probably backwards for you folks, so I'm going to try to go over this as quick as possible. These are also in most of our Hot Tools flyers, but we do have our new rebate system going on. It's called our Elevated Instant Rebates, and basically, depending on how much money you're purchasing on the truck, depends on what your rebates you get through Snap-on credit. Big thing about this, obviously, is it is on approved credit, so if you are not approved, we can't get you the rebates, but we can still offer the product if the franchisee does say so. So obviously Canadian promotions, I can't promise everyone's gonna have them, but this has been a big one for me. A lot of customers looking for scan tools this time of year, where obviously the summertime's coming, you need to diagnose vehicles quicker, and having the right scan tool for the job can be the difference between doing that and not. So anywhere from $9,000 off of a $45,000 purchase, all the way through to a $300 rebate, or of course a $200 rebate on a $3,000 purchase. Up front, you'll notice on my truck, it's not tools. Now, right now it isn't, it will be. But these are all giveaway items. The hats, the t-shirts, and then the wallets as well. I know if you're from Yarmouth, I wasn't able to get wallets. They sent them to me this time. This is a promotion for what we call our Open to Buy contest. And what that means is Open to Buy is your buying power as a customer. And that's how much you can finance through Snap-on credit. Now, these are all giveaways for guys who do apply for Snap-on credit, whether you're approved or not. On my truck, you get one of those as long as you apply for Snap-on credit. So hop on the truck. If you haven't seen the truck yet, let me know. I will be around. But it's as simple as doing a quick credit check. Basically, it approves you for Snap-on credit and allows us to know how much your buying power is. If you ever use it, that's great. If you don't, you don't have to. You can still always use the Snap-on truck account with me. So keep that in mind as well. Now, for, of course, the lovely four-wheeler ATV draw. Like I said, you buy a featured product, you've probably seen them as I'm scooting around the truck. There's a bunch of tickets on the stuff. You buy a featured product, you get a ticket. You might get more than one. I have a bucket right here, and we're starting to get full. I'm not going to show you the names because maybe the wives don't know about the purchases that guys are making. I don't judge. This is a safe space. I am in a judgment-free zone. But if you purchase one of the items off of my truck from this lovely Blue Point General Service driver set, to any of our lights, and come over here to some pry bar sets, you buy anything, you're probably going to get a ticket, which is really great. I'm really happy about that. Now, without further ado, we're going to get into the tool truck walk around and some Hot Tools as well. And I'm not going to lie, the weather outside isn't frightful, but it sure does suck right now. So we'll do a quick little walk around. Like I said, obviously different truck, a little bit more condensed, we'll say. But the big things obviously are going to be our lovely pliers. We got some PWZ pliers, flush cuts, slip joints, needle nose. These guys, and we're going to talk about these in a little bit too. This is our new cordless inflator. Don't worry, I haven't forgot to tell you guys about what's new on the Snap-on truck. Our air tool display, more than likely over the next few months, you're going to see this transition into something different. I do have an idea for some air tool displays, but obviously, well, if you guys want to see something different, and you've seen someone else's Snap-on truck, give me ideas. I think I know what I want to do, but I might see something better. Obviously, in talking about those rebates again, I also have another program to talk about, maybe in another video, unless this one doesn't go on too long. This 9 months, same as cash, interest free, really great 9-month payment program, kind of like a truck account, but instead of it being a truck account, it's financed through Snap-on. So your Snap-on guy gets paid right away. He can then buy more tools, and you get more deals. And a few other things. Obviously, some of this is stock from the old franchisee. Some of this is new stuff. These guys, and they're made by Uvex. We don't have a licensing thing with these guys to make this a Snap-on item, but I'll tell you, being able to have this bottom guide, nothing hits the bottom of the shield and reflects in on you, it just deflects out. Definitely worth having if you haven't seen them before. They're part number BDAS8500, and lenses are pretty inexpensive to replace. So this is just a scratch-proof, kind of like a film, so that you don't scratch the actual lens before you buy it. So obviously you can see through it a little bit easier. Once you tear that off, some different buy one get one items. Our electrical display. I will say we finally got some of these bad boys in. I'm sure I'll shout out Snap-on Val. She talked about these. I personally stayed away from them when they first came out, but sounds like she really likes them. And well, I'll be honest, if she likes them, my customers usually do too. So this is that LiPo 4 battery charger. Obviously you can use it with everything else. It's just capable to work on those newer lithium phosphate batteries, if I could speak right. As you can tell, it's been a while since I've been on the truck. And some hammers. Obviously we got to talk about the big behemoth. We still have those guys on the truck. If you're looking for any of our new fireman's water nozzles, we have our Zeus Plus, which I believe I did a little run through, but I'd like to do another video on how great our Zeus Plus and our Triton are. Some flashlights. Some picks and some torque wrenches. All right, and like I said, I want to talk a little bit more about this $2,000 SBC promotion. SBC standing for Small Balance Extended Credit through Snap-on Credit. I talked about what it is, about how you can finance through Snap-on Credit, and basically take your Snap-on dealer out of it so that he can obviously put more tools on the truck. But these are actually some of the payment terms, and I guess the biggest thing is it'll give you an example of if you were to purchase a certain amount on the truck, what it would actually cost you per week. And of course, monthly payments are available, bi-weekly. You make that deal with your franchisee, but the term is a 39-week payment plan. So if you do want to pay it off sooner, you absolutely can, but the maximum is for 9 months, which is opposed from our regular SBEC, which I've spoken about in another video, which is a 6-month term. And here it is, folks, the CTINF9010. So this is to take place of what I used to call the suitcase inflator. It looked awfully similar to the fan back there, the same sort of base, a lot clunkier. This will fit in a lot smaller, let's say, saddlebag on a motorcycle or a four-wheeler, or of course in the trunk of whatever car that may end up having a flat. I recommend it for everyone. These guys have a 27-inch hose. It's obviously able to be used with different adapters that it does include. It has a heavy-duty, high-volume motor that's going to give you rapid inflation for up to 6 standard-sized car tires on one charge. And they do inflate up to 35 psi each. So now, if we're talking about how to work it, you press your button on the back, turns the bad boy on. You got your LCD display on the back. And basically you can set your PSI to whatever you're working towards. So it goes from 150 PSI down to 3, and then any 0.5 increment in between. And then basically the same as our old model. Once this reaches pressure, this will shut off. So you don't have to worry about it overinflating, damaging anything. Another nice thing is it does have that ultra bright LED on the front, and that's going to give you a lot more I guess it'll shed the light on the situation if you do end up with a flat on the side of the road. Glass-filled nylon, that's going to resist any dropping. It's the same type of material that all of our other cordless tools is made out of, and it is applicable with both batteries. So you can use the square battery, or you can use the tapered side latch battery, depending on your preference or what you already have in your toolbox. And last but not least, let's talk about the May Hot Tools. I know it's almost over, but if you haven't seen it yet, if you haven't grabbed your copy off my truck, This is a good little digital version to look whenever you need. So obviously the first page is going to be about our summertime wrench hard, play harder promotion. If you're looking for any of this stuff, it's going to be on the truck very soon. I'm waiting for my first shipment. We're getting everything from those beach bum and chairs, the tiki cups, the Dixon party shirts, all that good stuff. And like before, I'm going to try to talk about one thing per page. If you have any questions, comment down below. Like I said about these bad boys. Now, obviously, the prices is in Canadian. If you have any questions about warranty or anything, obviously, let me know down below. These bad boys have been fantastic. They're a one-piece aluminum housing. They're almost indestructible. And if they do find a way to fail, we'll get you settled up. Again, like I said about purchasing power, this is going to be going on all month long. And of course, like I mentioned about scan tools. And there is a guiding component test walkthrough going on by Jason and Gabarets as well. Now, talking more about wrenches, I know I've done a video on our Flank Drive Plus wrenches and also our Flank Drive box end wrenches. These are actually kind of a stripped down version of a wrench. If you're looking for just a good quality wrench that won't slip but doesn't grab on the flats instead of the corners on the open end, these are some of the OEX sets of wrenches compared to our SOEX, which would be our Flank Drive Plus. Multimeters, and of course gives you a little breakdown of what multimeter is going to work best for you. Obviously, I recommend the bad boy with Bluetooth. If you're a one-man shop, you don't have to worry about running the leads from one end of the vehicle to the other. Again, some promotions on screwdrivers with those lovely vapor blasted tips. I know a lot of guys seem to think that I'm making that up, but that is one thing that we do compared to everyone else. Instead of dipping the tips of our screwdrivers and letting that flake off after a while, you get the bare metal against bare metal on the screw. Some trade-in deals on cordless. And last but not least, one of my favorite pages in a while, our BJP1 ball joint press. I wish I had a video on these other than just talking about how well they worked, an actual demonstration, but if you look them up on YouTube, everything from those stubborn Jeeps that don't want to come apart to any domestic or import, this thing is not going to, it'll budge it, but it won't budge itself. It will not flex out on you, and it'll get your ball joint out the first time. One last page, you get your magnetic mats, some great deals on blowguns, some new flashlights, and lifting equipment. And once again, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, or if I haven't been to your shop, definitely let me know below, and if I'm in your area, I'll definitely be stopping in. Have a great day.